This is Ron Welch on a man's point of view, my man Q. You know what I'm talking about. He always cues it up for us. I'm on NuffSaid Global Radio. Listen, these boys are doing it big here.
This a man point of view, some for me, some for you. I'ma put you on the loop, only with the homie Q. From a male perspective, only males can get it. He talk about how it's hard to get them 7 digits. I know you can't wait to hear Q 6 to 8. Let me put you up to date. This the real, they the fake. You better tune in, homie. This a man's point of view, and let all your friends know me.
I'm the training manager, so it's my job as a part-time contractor is to teach and train the visually impaired how to use industrial machines and manufacture product for the government, which is sweet. And some people say, wow, how do you train visually impaired people to use a sewing machine? I got sight. I can't use a machine at all. You know what I mean? So it's a technique in which I came into, and I'm a blessed guy, man. So I got things going on, and family's doing well. So that's that.
What if myself,
Right.
what if I wanted to, come into your part of the industry? What steps would I actually take to get going and
Well, first of all, to be a designer, you got different phases, different levels of the industry. You can be a tailor, you can be a pattern maker, you can be a designer, you can be a sewer. You got different things. So just to sew don't mean you're a designer. You just can sew.
Right.
But designer is one who just sketch out his design and pick out his fabric. So you can be a designer right now. We just pull out the paper, you can explain your idea on paper, and knowing your fabrics and what colors you want, you can become a designer overnight. In fact, you don't need a degree or no certificate to say, I'm a designer. You just are a designer. You sketch it out, you know what you want, and this is what I want. It's like you want to design your kitchen. Like, I want my cabinets over here, I want this color on the floor, I want this. You design. Now you call your contractor and explain to your contractor your vision.
Now, with business itself, and you're actually putting those levels together,
Right.
what would you think that would actually bring on? Is that because it looks like that's what you already got going? So you got levels of all of them.
Yeah. I got 35 years in the business, so I learned the basics of sewing, tailoring. And by the way, it's between a tailor and a seamstress. It's female. Seamstress is a female.
Okay.
Tailor is a male. So that's why I learned, oh, you a seamstress? No, I'm not a seamstress, man. Don't call me a seamstress. I'm a tailor, man. But I learned my tailoring, and then I graduated from tailoring to pattern maker, working at a company called Fishman & Tobin's. And then from there, I started sketching. Now, my sketching is not that great. You got some people who are naturally artists. I mean, they can sketch everything, but they can't explain what it is. Like, I'm sketching this dress, but okay, what is this dress? What's this right here? I don't know. Is it a pleat? Is it a pocket? See, those are things you got to be able to explain in your sketch. So you actually grow into these levels, or you find people who are already in those areas.
Okay.
You just build your team. Like, I got a good sew over here. I got a good sketch person over here. I got a good person who knows colors and who can find my fabrics for me or whatever. So you pull those teams together. Everybody come together. Look, you got the fabric, you got the sketching, you got the sew over here. This is what I want to have. I want 2 shirts. I want 5 jackets. I want 6 pair of pants. I want 1 coat. You pull all this up. Now you got a collection to show to the public. We got to get out of just showing a bunch of T-shirts that I'm a designer. I see people like, yeah, don't hold me, man. I see people like, I'm a designer. I said, what you got? I got 12 T-shirts. T-shirts with your paintings on it, or you took some fabric and sewed some fabrics onto a T-shirt But the T-shirt was already made, and you bought it from the wholesaler, your T-shirts. But you didn't construct that thing, did you? I mean, the T-shirt was already made. You can't call yourself a designer. Call yourself a T-shirt designer. That's cool. But don't call yourself a fashion designer yet.
Okay. I mean, all right, Philly. What could they look for coming from you next?
I'm going on tour. I'm going on the 10-city tour, man. I'm starting in Atlanta. I got people on Facebook, and I have quite a few friends in different parts of the country. But Atlanta, Ron, why are you messing around with Philly? You need to give Philly up. I love Philly. I'm born and raised. I'm like Will Smith, born and raised in Philly, man. I don't know no other place. But Philly's my base. But
Right.
my customers in other cities, Chicago, St. Louis, Atlanta, Miami. People know me in other cities because, dressing Minister Farrakhan for 10 years, being his tailor,
Okay.
and dressing him for the Million Man March, and dressing him for, the big events. So brothers, and they talk about me in other cities, oh, Brother Ron, and then I get the call from Eddie Murphy to make Eddie some clothes, and then it's just a snowball thing, So celebrities start talking. But what I learned about customers in other cities or people who with money, you just can't approach these people that they'll come and make you a suit. What you gotta do, you gotta let them read about you.
Right. Because the more and more you brand yourself, the more and more they actually gonna read about you.
Yeah, so you gotta let them read about you. Let them see something on Facebook. Let somebody talk about you. Oh man, that guy, you see that Ron, you see that jacket, you see that suit, Ron, and you start getting called, hey, can you come to St. Louis? When you come to Chicago? People start talking. Your car, you don't need a car no more. Eventually, I don't need a car. That's why on my wardrobe clinic, I don't have my name on it. I just have wardrobe clinic.
I got you.
Cause I'm branding wardrobe clinic. I don't need to brand Ron Welch.
Exactly. But even though when you actually literally go on Google your name and everything,
It just
boom, it already pops
It
up.
already pops up.
You know what I mean?
In fact, I went to not to get off track. I went to a launching of Jeff Bradshaw, the trumpet player. He had a grand opening of a cigar lounge up in Mount Airy. So a couple of brothers, hey Ron, give me a card. I said, man, my name is the card. I don't need to have a Ron Welch card. I don't need a card no more. It's just like Ron Welch. You just type it in. You type my name and it comes up everywhere. You know what I mean? It goes to my website. It's easy to reach me now.
Yeah, because actually I'm sitting up here, I'm like, I got to research my man. I got to research more about him. I know where he at. I just need to know a little bit more.
Right. I don't need a card now. What I'm branding now is the wardrobe clinic. And I need a card because I'm in Center City, but white folks who don't know me. You know what I mean? So I'm giving cards to them. I'm doing mass mailing to Center City, zip code, Rittenhouse Square Market, and waterfront, Penn's Landing Market. So that's where I'm at, man. I'm focusing on that as far as to keep wardrobe clinic going forward.
Quick question for you. When is the next time you actually have a fashion show?
Well, believe it or not, the city of Philadelphia and I just signed the paperwork today. We're doing an outdoor concert and fashion type of thing.
Oh,
That's
really?
June 24th. It's going to be outdoors, City Hall courtyard.
Oh, really?
So the city is putting a concert stage where I'm bringing in some music artists to perform. But the wardrobe clinic, now this is marketing, this is branding. The wardrobe clinic is the sponsor for this overall event. You dig me?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Sponsored by the wardrobe clinic. This concert and fashion thing is sponsored by the, you know what I mean? So I'm branding the wardrobe clinic. So I'm not going to actually stop the people and start walking miles in between the people. I'm just going to have the models be a part of the crowd. And I'm gonna have a camera follow the models, watching the band, grooving with the band, walking around like they part of the crowd, but they wearing Ron Welch.
That's love.
That's called lifestyle video, lifestyle photography. Right. So the models go out, they come out the room, oh, they wearing Ron Welch, but they blending in the crowd, they leaning against the wall, they smile, they laugh and raise, you know what I mean? But the camera's taking pictures and video footage. So I might have 6 models, throughout that day, changing clothes and doing their thing throughout the crowd. Hot black designer being featured in Vogue magazine. You don't see that in GQ. They may give you a little article about this little, black designer, female designer, but they don't push minority designers in this industry because they know it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Yeah. Ralph Lauren, man, started out as a T-shirt. Well, his real name was Ralph Lipshit. Ralph Lipshit. He changed it from Lipshit because they didn't sound right to Ralph Lauren.
Yes.
And he sold neckties store to store. And he sold these neckties. He built a relationship with these stores. And he said, wow, I got 50 stores selling my ties. So I sell them some shirts. He went back selling them shirts. So now he got ties and shirts. Man, I can sell them maybe a suit. He went back, sell them some suits. So it's building relationships, and that's where I'm at right now. So I drove all the way out here from Philly to here because I want to build a relationship with y'all guys. Let's talk about how we're gonna keep it moving, and how we're gonna, I can help you, you can help me in marketing and branding. Y'all guys want product, other people want product, and how we keep pushing it. Because at the end of the day, it's about how much money you're making and how many jobs you are producing.
Exactly. Let's
create some jobs, man. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, we definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna go into a musical break.
Okay.
Okay, and when we get back to this, some other questions I need to ask you. You know what I mean? But I'm loving it right now, man. I'm definitely loving it.
Beautiful. Yeah. I said, yeah, because my life is short, man. I need to spread myself.
Right.
Before I'm done out of this world, you're gonna see I'm a brand. Look, because internet and stuff is forever. Right. And put your pyramid out there. Build yourself a pyramid so when you dead and gone, people say, they say that over there, that's Ron Welch. He built that thing. You know what I mean? So whatever you do, man, build it, man. Work on it. I mean, I tell my son, man, you have projects, right, if it's not working out, put it aside and come back to it. So, and believe it or not, everything happens in season. Projects, it's perfect timing for certain projects you've been working on. Like, man, I've been working on this project, it's perfect. Boom. You bring it into play, everything is popping. Right. Same thing with Boys the Bosses, my mentoring program. I started this in 2009.
2009?
Yeah, my first Boys the Bosses was in 2009.
You know the funny thing is, I spoke to a gentleman today. I actually did an interview out on the street, and I was actually talking about you. Right. And I was letting everybody know what's going on with the show, who was coming in. I was like how excited I was to actually have you here. Come to find out, this gentleman's son was in your program.
Boys the Bosses, right?
Yeah.
Man, this thing is big. So with my fashion piece and Boys the Bosses is all gelling together because I have about 6 young men in Boys the Bosses who want to be into fashion. Their own necktie line, their own suit line. Beautiful. Can you imagine young men 12 and 15 years old or 19 years old, suit and tie with a briefcase coming to your office, fitting you up for a custom shirt or custom tie or custom suit? What? Yeah, I'm a boss. I'm 15 years old. I'm a boss. Right. I run my own business. You know what I mean? My suit's $1,500. You want a suit, sir? It will help my scholarship fund if you buy a suit from me.
So how did you actually get started with Boys the Bosses?
Well, you got to be in our workshops, and once I see you serious and you come on a regular basis, then we take it further. But everybody, some of the young men are forced to come to Boys Bosses.
Okay.
Their mom drag them there. Their father drag them there. You're gonna get up in the morning. You get up tomorrow morning, put your clothes on. You're gonna put on the tie. You're going to Boys to Bosses. Oh, Mom, I don't want to go. What is this about, Mom? You know what I mean?
Right.
But when they get there, they start seeing other young men. They hear me talk. They hear about the things that's going to happen where we're going to put money in your pocket. No, this is not a workshop where you're going to waste your time, but you stick around. You better put money in your pocket. You know, that's what the whole thing is about, is entrepreneurship.
Right.
You know, entrepreneurship for young men. We have to show our young men, not after they're 21, how to start a business. We got to start them at 12. Why 12? Because 12 is the age when young men start talking back at their mom.
Yeah, really.
And why 19? 19 is when the young men start talking back at their dad.
Exactly.
You want to challenge your pop. You're 19, you want to challenge pop.
You got a little height.
You got a little height, you eating the Cheerios, you pumping weights. Dad tell you come and put the trash out. I put it out when I'm, it's like that now. You eating Cheerios. You want to challenge that. So 12 and 19 is those age, everything in between is something that needs to be shaped and guided. And I think young men needs people in front of them constantly.
Gotcha.
You know, constantly. They're being bombarded with crap.
Wow.
I mean, when I'm being crap, I mean from what to eat, what to buy, you know, and sex, constantly. You thinking, you know, it's like, it's all over. It's all around, it's in TV, everywhere. And it's and criminal activity, of course, is everywhere too. And it's society promotes this stuff. But what other communities from Chinese, Koreans, and Jews, and upper white folks, they put their kids through academies and, you know, military schools and whatnot. In those military schools and these academies, they talk about economics, you know, world rulership and, you know, banking and moving money from one country to another and hiding money and building how to leave something for. We don't talk like that.
No, we don't.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, like, even with our program that we're trying to start right now,
Right.
okay, it's actually my wife's program.
Okay.
It's called I Own Awareness.
Okay.
We're trying to go that route also, as far as putting a mentor program, you know, under that, you know, belt too.
Okay.
I know this ain't about that right now, but I'm just telling you, you know, what's coming as far as the future. But what I do want to know is what actually got you into telling.
Oh man, I love my story. I'm glad my son's sitting here. I have my son Faraj, 22 years old. Little boy, beast.
Shout out.
Anyway, what got me in telling? When I was the youngest out of 4 children. My mom's single parent, 2 sisters, 1 brother. But my brother, I mean, he was wearing these clothes back in his, you know, the 70s, right? Mm-hmm. And my brother always stayed clean. You know, he had shoe trees in his shoes and shoe bags, and his sweaters all folded up, and all his suits and jackets on wooden hangers. I mean, my brother had an immaculate. I mean, this was quality state, like sharp. And he always read GQ. Now I'm the baby, so I watched my older brother how he dressed and reading. At the time, I wasn't a good reader, but I was flipping through the magazine, looking at pictures. GQ magazine. This is the early 70s. So, graduating out of junior high school, I wanted to take up tailoring. Oh, let me step back. I wanted to wear a pair of pants that my brother had on. He had on some silken wools, plaid. And my mom says, "Sherman, let Ronald wear those pants." And my brother said, "Mom, these pants is tailor-made." And the way he explained, "Mom, these are tailor-made." He was like, almost like, "Nobody can wear these but me. Mom, these are tailor-made." My mom like, oh, tailor-made. Well, Ron, you can't wear it. I was like, tailor-made, I want to learn how to make that. And so when I went to Thomas A. Edison High School, I found out that they had the best tailoring classes. Tailoring teacher, Christopher Ramsey. So from 10th grade to the 12th grade, I had tailoring. And when I graduated out of high school, I wasn't the best. But I promised my mother, I said, Mom, if you buy me a sewing machine, not just a portable, I want an industrial. I said, Mom, buy me an industrial machine. You don't have to buy me no more clothes. Now, I'm in 11th grade, promising my mom she'll not buy me no more clothes. What mother would not buy their son a damn sewing machine? Exactly. If I don't gotta buy you no more clothes. If my son said, Dad, buy me a machine right now, you don't gotta buy me no clothes, I'm buying that boy a machine.
You're right.
I'm making him keep his word. No, man, you gonna get there and make your own clothes.
You're right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so she bought me the machine, and ever since then, man, look, I bought materials and practice. I remember in 78, I'm making linen pants. Now you gotta imagine, in 78, people was into linen. They was into khakis, creases in their pants, and I'm coming out with wrinkled linen pants. And my neighborhood like, wow, what you doing with these wrinkled pants on? I said, suppose a wrinkle. It's linen. No, I don't want them. So I was rocking linen, man, canary yellow linens during the summertime in 78, 79, you know what I mean? But I kept it going. I wasn't the best. My zippers was crooked, my pocket wasn't straight, but I kept pushing. Eventually I met another master tailor, pattern maker, Michael Pedalino from Italy. He worked in several factories. He took me under his wings and he helped me with my patterns and whatnot. So I became cool with South Philly. Most of the Italian tailors in South Philly, I was the only black guy, the young black guy who goes to dinner. They used to have social meetings with tailors in Philadelphia. And they'd have these dinners in South Philly. I was the guy like, oh, that's Ron. Oh, this is Ron. Oh, because at that time I was making suits for Eddie Murphy. After, I'm jumping, but so after I graduated out of high school, I went to factories. I got tired of laid off. Eventually, I opened my own shop. I opened my first shop in '85 in Germantown, and then first I was sharing some space in '85, and then eventually in '92, I opened my first shop by myself at 15th and Lombard Street, Center City. And from there, the Tribune paper, gave me a nice spread. And people started hearing about Ron Welch, this guy on Lombard Street. Then I started doing the fashion shows at the Del East on Parkside Avenue. 2,000 people showing up to fashion shows. I'm inviting other designers. It's just snowballed, man. So it's all branding. I realize it's all about branding. Being consistent, being relevant. Keep pushing, man. Stay humble, stay hungry.
Yeah, you definitely doing it. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, you got a bunch of people. You may think they don't know your brand, but they know your brand. You know what I mean? It's like they out there. They're just pushing. You know what I mean? People want to actually know. People want to know how. You know what I mean? You actually, what way to go, what way to push.
Right.
You know what I mean? As far as what they actually, you know what I mean? What you're doing. I mean, I know several guys out there that's trying to put a line out there. Been putting T-shirts out there,
right?
Hats, scarves, whatever. But they're out there. They're trying to do the same thing that you're doing,
right?
You know what I mean? I think that you will be an inspiration to these guys. You know what I mean? On that level.
I think I'm gonna. I'm glad you telling me this. I think this is confirming what I need to do next, and the next thing I need to do is open up a fashion product design and packaging center where people can come, especially young men, can come and learn the principles and the theory and the idea of getting into this fashion industry. You can lose a lot of money if you don't do it right.
Right.
And you're thinking that you don't have the right product, but really you're being hated on. This industry is racist as well.
1500 Walnut Street, Suite 408, over top of Butcher and Singer Restaurant. And I just love fashion, man.
Oh man, he buy a restaurant. You can actually go get some tailor-made clothes and food at the same time.
Yeah, the same building.
The same building. It's been great having you, man. I know you gotta get back to what you got to do.
I appreciate y'all guys, man. Listen, man, y'all doing it big up here. I like the studio. I like it. It's real professional, man. It's professional up in here. Technology everywhere, lights gleaming. You know what I mean? You got the backdrop. Everything look professional up in here, man.
Try our best.
I'm gonna send some people up here that's gonna help brand this thing, man. Let's talk about it, all right?
Most definitely.
All right, man.
All right, I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
There you had Doctor of Fashion, Mr. Ron Welch, and I'm gonna take you to a music break. And I'll get back at you. Thank you.
This a man point of view, some for me, some for you. I'ma put you on the loop, only with the homie Q. From a male perspective, only males can get it. He talk about how it's hard to get them 7 digits. I know you can't wait to hear Q 6 to 8. Let me put you up to date. This the real data fake. You better tune in, homie. This a man's point of view, and let all your friends know me.